Ta-da! Good morning, hello, and welcome to Money Problems with Mr. K, a cartoon goat that likes to explain things. I hope you're doing well and you're safe. So now, let's have a look at money, a thing, as they say, that makes the world go round, and the tokens that you can exchange for goods and services. So this is our one. This is the basic unit of money, £1. And it comes in coins of £1, £2, and then because it would be very difficult for us to carry so much metal coins, we have notes of £5, £10, £20, and rarely send £50. Now, all of the coins less than £1, 50p, 20p, 10p, 5p, 2p, and 1p, we need to think of them as fractions, as decimal fractions of a pound, because we all know that I need 100 pence, and that is the same as £1. I need 100 pence to make £1. Yes, I need 100 pence to make £1. So if I have one whole pound and 39 pence, that is the same as one whole and 39 hundredths. And that's why decimal fractions and our system, which is called a decimal system, is so good, because everything comes in groups of 10, 100, and 1,000. Now, let's have a look at the problems that you will solve in today's quiz. Let's move on to the next page. And here's our shop. We will go shopping. We can buy marbles for £2 and 39 pence. We can buy a robot for £2 and 99 pence. We can buy a rainbow teddy for £2 and 51 pence. We can buy a red race car for £3 and 3 pence. We can buy a velociraptor for £1 and 49 pence. We can buy a football for £1 and 69 pence. We can buy a fidget spinner for £1 and 39 5 pence. And finally, we can buy a pair of colourful trainers for £3 53. So let's have a character. That's going to be, as usual, Adam. And Adam will buy 3 of velociraptors. How much does he pay for one velociraptor? Yes, you're absolutely right. £1 and 49 pence. So how much will he pay altogether? Now I can do it in 2 ways. I'm just going to take a note. £1 and 49 times 3, because he bought 3 copies. So first way would be repeated addition, and what I need to pay attention to is using the decimal point first. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 for the total, and I'm going to put 1 and 49, 1 and 49, 1 and 49. Now, if you notice, my decimal point makes sure that all the place value is lined up. I wish I had some gridded paper so it would be a little bit more exact. So now I'm ready to place my addition sign, just so I don't forget which operation I'm using. I'm going to add 3 different add-ins, and I'm going to start in the smallest column, which is hundredths or single pennies. So 9 and 9 gives me 18. 18 and more gives me 7. But remember, in each place value column, I can have 9 at the most. because 10 hundredths makes 1/10. So I'm going to put 7, and because 10 hundredths makes 1/10, I made 2/10 that's going to travel into that column over here. So I'm going to exchange it. So 4 and 4 makes 8. 8 and 4 makes 12. 12 and 2 more makes 14. So I have 4/10, and 14/10 is the same as 1 whole and 4/10. So I'm going to make 1 over here. Now all I have to do is count the ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. And because I've added a pound, I'm going to add the units. So I know that now that Adam paid £4.47. Obviously, this is an efficient method, but the more add-ins there is, the more work and more careful I have to be. It's a good method to always use it because we all know how to add using a column method. And please remember, use the decimal point first. So this is one way you can solve your problems in a quiz today. But let's look at another way. It's a second way of solving the same problem. I'm going to remove the question mark over here so it doesn't get in the way. And because if you notice, Adam bought 3 Velociraptors and all of them cost the same amount of money. So we're counting in 3 groups of £1.49. And we all know that counting in equal groups is multiplication. It's the same as repeated addition. So what is the price of 1 Velociraptor? £1.49. If you notice, I placed the decimal point first, so I remember, and I will pay attention to that because there's 49 pence, I have 2 places after the decimal point. And how many Velociraptors was there? There was 3 Velociraptors. So now all I have to do is put the equal sign. This is the equal sign in a column multiplication, and I can start with the smallest column. You see, I'm doing the same thing as I've done over here. It's the same operation. Here I've added 9 3 times. Here I've done 9 times 3. So I know 9 times 3 is 27. So now I need to put a placeholder because each place value column is 10 times larger. And my second operation will be 4/10 3 times. So now 4 times 3 gives me 12. You see, it's the same as 12 tenths is same as 120 hundredths. Now I need to put 2 placeholders because 1 whole is 1,000 times more than a hundredths. So 1 times 3 gives me 3. And now I can just drop the decimal point right here. And all I have to do is add them all up. So I'm going to start with the hundredths column. 7 at nothing gives me 7. 2 and 2 gives me 4. I need to remember my decimal point. 1 and 3 makes 4 as well. I've got the same result, 447. Now the question is for you, if you pause the video, which way was better? It's way 1 or way 2? Repeated addition or multiplication? You tell me. And after we unpause, I will show you a third way, which is very similar way of shorter multiplication that you can do as well. And now let's have a look at the third way of short column multiplication. So once again, I should always start with placing the decimal point. Okay, now and it's going to be very, very, very similar. Once again, I'm going to put £1 49 up top. I'm going to put not 7, but 3, because Adam bought 3 velociraptors right here. So 9 times 3. And it's going to be very similar. 9 times 3 is 27. So I'm going to put 7 over here, but I'm going to carry the 2 to the next column. So I'm just going to shorten it down. So now I'm going to go into 3 times 4, which gives me 12, and 2 more, which I carried. So 12 add on 4 gives me 14. So I could put 4 tenths over here, and I'm going to carry 1 more into the next column. I can cross them out because I've already added it. Now I'm going to do 1 times 3, which is 3, and 1 more gives me 4, and that is my result. So that is the quickest way, but it requires me to do a bit more of mental maths. Once again, pause the video and have a think. Which way was the most efficient one today? So let's have a look at one more problem before you go to your independent work. Let's say that we have another child, and let's call her Betty. And Betty will buy, what will Betty buy? Betty will buy a fidget spinner, and she will buy some marbles. Why not? Let's get her some marbles. So obviously, how much do marbles cost? £2 and 49 pence. And a fidget spinner is £1 and 35 pence. So we can see that both prices are different. Could we use multiplication in this problem? Pause the video and explain it to your adult friend or a toy. Could we use multiplication in this problem? I wonder. I'm going to pause the video and I'll be right back here. Do, 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 do. And of course, the answer is no, we can't. Because multiplication is counting in equal groups, and as we can see, both prices are different. So I'm going to use addition, and I need to place the decimal point first, 1 for each addend and 1 for my total. And I'm going to place my operation sign, which I forgot last time, and I'm going to start with the larger one. I always like to put the larger addend first. So £2 49 and £1 and 35 pence. And I'm going to start in a hundredths column, which are single pennies. 9 and 5 gives me 14 pennies, 14 hundredths, which makes 1 whole tenth. So now I carried 1. 4 and 1 makes 5. 5 and 3 more is 8. So I don't have to exchange anything. And 2 and 1 makes 3. Betty paid £3 and 84 pence altogether. If that was your answer, well done. Now, what we are going to do is we're going to imagine that Betty came up and Betty had £5 note that she paid to the shopkeeper with. And I want to know how much change will she carry home. So How much money did she have? She had whole £5. And how much did she pay for both of her toys? She paid £3 and 84 pence. So I will have to subtract £3 and 84 from £5, and the difference between those two will be the amount of money she takes home. So let's have a look. As usual, first I have to place the decimal point because I'm dealing with values less than one whole, and that's going to be a subtraction. Have a think. Which number will be the minuend, the number I'm subtracting from? Will I put £3.84 on top or £5 up top? What am I going to subtract from? Pause the video and tell your adult. What am I going to subtract from? I'm going to get rid of this so I can move. And yes, the answer is £5 because that's the amount of money that Betty started with, and she removes £3.84 from the total of her money. Now, one thing that I want you to remember is that I have whole £5 and no tenths, no hundreds. There's nothing there, and I'm subtracting £3.84. That's how I work out change. So I'm going to put £3.84 over here and a subtraction operation. But hold on, what do I need over here? I need two placeholders. And now we're ready to calculate. Can I subtract 4 from a 0? No, I can't subtract 4 hundredths from no hundreds. So I will have to exchange. I will go next door. There's 0 tenths over here as well. I can't exchange. What am I going to do? Move next door. I have 5 whole pounds. So now I will exchange 1 whole into 10 tenths, and I'm left with 4 wholes. Now I'm exchanging 1 tenth with 9 left over into 10 hundredths. And now I'm ready to subtract. 10 take away 4 leaves me with 6. 9 take away 8 leaves me with 1 tenth. And 4 take away 3 gives me 1 whole. So Betty is left over with 1 whole pound and 16 pence. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub out all my working out. And I would really encourage you to take a moment, pause the video, and have a look at the shop. Try to create a couple of problems for yourself to check out. Use the column subtraction, use the column addition, and try to buy things and give yourself change from the amounts of 2, 5, or 10 pounds. So let's imagine that you have 3 children and one of them has 2 pounds, one of them has 5 pounds, and one of them has 10 pounds. And they all going to do some shopping. It's your job to imagine which toys they buy and how much change they got. Before you solve the quiz, try to create problems and practice the strategies that I've shown you right now. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Toodaloo!